There is nothing strange about my relationship with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. I love this game. This is the second outing of Phoenix Wright, the sequel to the original game, and it represents the last time that mainline Ace Attorney was truly on a linear trajectory. The characters from the first game have grown and evolved, and we see them continue to develop in new ways from where they left off before, as they are confronted with new kinds of challenges. After this, the series would be caught in a loop of zigzagging character arcs all around, introducing huge swaths of lore that hadn't existed before to establish new narratives, and that's all fine, it works for this series. But I can't help but love the natural growth and progression of characters seen in this game, and how rewarding it feels in the context of a game series. Thankfully, the most satisfying growth of all is in Phoenix. Despite being undeniably good at what he does, seeing him confront his lack of confidence in who he is while facing down a prosecutor that couldn't be more certain of who she is, creates one of the most compelling emotional journeys we've ever seen Phoenix go on. And I have to add, while we're talking about Franziska, that she is one of the most purely fun prosecutors we've ever had in the series. The fact that she gets to straight up whip the judge, the police, and Phoenix when things don't go her way creates a kind of intimidating presence that feels deliberately different from the unwavering confidence of Edgeworth in the previous game. Seeing Phoenix pushed to his breaking point is some of the most riveting storytelling I've experienced in Ace Attorney. I can't dive as deeply into this game's final episode like I could with Rise from the Ashes, because this game's finale is not a one-off isolated adventure like that one was. But for a long time, it was the case that I would always compare other cases back to. I turned on new Ace Attorney games with the hope that they would match the investment and suspense that I felt at the end of Justice for All. It's the one time Ace Attorney had me on the edge of my seat, and the resulting growth of Phoenix Wright is probably the most satisfying I've ever seen him experience. Justice for All is an outstanding follow-up to the original game. In a world where most sequels are expected to have an Empire Strikes Back kind of feel, I think Justice for All fits the mold pretty well. It's more emotionally and thematically complex, it was bigger in scale before the first game got remade with an extra bonus episode, and it's definitely darker. I tend to view Ace Attorney as isolated, unrelated stories rather than one continuous narrative, but 1 and 2 feel like a true duology to me. The final case of Justice for All was written to be the final episode in the entire series, and you can absolutely tell. It's an outstanding ending, and while I love a perfect ending, I mean, if you want to give me like 8 more games after that that are basically all just as good, I guess I won't complain that much.